We did it. We made it through the preseason. It just took me losing all of the hair on my head. And the next time we do a video, it'll be about a game that actually matters. Avs win over the Dallas Stars 2-1 in the last preseason game.
Colorado has won the Stanley Cup.
A 2-1 game. This one should be relatively brief, but first of all, credit to Alex Georgiev and Scott Wedgwood. Both of them played amazingly well to keep this such a low-scoring game. It wasn't for lack of opportunities. Both of them stopped multiple A-grade chances. Easily could have been a 5-4 game if things went a little bit differently. Anton Khudobin didn't play quite as well. On the Georgiev side, that's very encouraging because both sides of these lineups were playing, for the most part, NHL lineups. And while it was still very much a preseason game on the team level, you did see at the individual level the skill was there. Things just weren't quite connecting on either side. So it was a little bit like Shinny, but super high-end Shinny. That's kind of fun to watch. The Avs kind of got worked in possession in the first period, getting outshot 18-10. Again, a lot of that sloppiness creeping into their game because most of the forwards hadn't played together on a line in a proper game yet. So you expect that. But after the first period, we kind of got back into standard Avalanche hockey where they dominate possession. Things start to come together a little bit better as far as puck possession, completing passes, things like that. And the Avs start to look a little bit like the Harlem Globetrotters. At times, the Avs definitely overpassed in this game. They're looking for that perfect scoring opportunity. But with the band back together in a preseason game, I'm not going to read too much into it. I think they probably were just having a little bit of fun out there to a certain extent. With no goals in the first period, the first goal of the game comes about 4.5 minutes into the second. The Avs end up paying for a mistake, which, don't get me wrong, there were plenty of mistakes made in this game for Colorado, but this is the only one that cost them. It's a good start for a Stars breakout here. They're off pretty quickly, but it's a very good back check from both Nuke and Newhook to get back and make sure they're in this, so it's really just a 4-on-4 situation ultimately. But you start to see the breakdown already. Nuke is taking the puck carrier here, and both EJ and Girard get caught on the same side of the ice and essentially taking the same man. Now, I'm not sure if the play here was for EJ to come over and help double team the puck carrier while Girard takes the man cutting down, or what I more likely expect is that Girard was supposed to be playing this near side and taking away the near wall. Because, as this play develops, Alex Newhook skates right down the middle, gets a little bit lost, gets a little bit confused, never checks the trailer, and the Avs end up having 4 players essentially defending 2 stars. That's just terrible defense, and it's all caused by a miscommunication on multiple ends. Just totally a mess. Now, Newhook looks like he might have been defending the near wall guy, but I think that's just him filling for this mess of a defensive play. Realistically, the guy at the top of the zone should be his man. No one's covering him. The guy gets a free walk-in all the way to the top of the hash marks. Tough to ask your goalie to stop that. The vast majority of goals at the NHL level are because of multiple breakdowns, not just one spot here or there. It's multiple things compounding onto each other that result in a complete failure by the defense. That's a tough look for all of Newhook, Girard, and EJ there, but that's why you play preseason games. You run into those errors, you sort them out, and then you're good to go for regular season. Hopefully. And honestly, from that point on was where the Avs just kind of started being the better team in the hockey game. They did fail to score on the power play despite having 4 opportunities there, but I'm not going to complain, especially that top unit looked pretty darn good. Puck just didn't go in the net for them. Looking at the underlying metrics, the Avs won in every single category, even face-offs. So on that front, the Avs were pretty darn good. However, they just never solved Scott Wedgwood. Couldn't manage to get one by him. In the third period, Anton Khudobin came in, and that's the goalie the Avs beat. The Avs' first goal is, well, whatever this is. The Stars are dumping this out along the near wall. It's nothing too special, but it's a very good read as Ben Myers, who had just exited the zone, recognized what was happening and cut immediately across the ice to cut this off and get the Avs back going the correct direction right away. Now, Myers could have just dumped this in. You see Martin Kaut going for a change right now. The Avs could have made a safe, easy change here. But instead, he holds onto the puck, fights off a man, and is able to maintain possession while the change gets completed. And now he has help coming. Now the Avs have an opportunity to possess the puck in the offensive zone. At this point, he battles his way across the blue line even. Just great work all around from Myers here before throwing a not-so-good pass to O'Connor, but they made it work. They created something out of nothing there. O'Connor drives the net, really doesn't even get a shot off here, but Khudobin goes for a poke check, and then nonsense just happens where the puck flies up and floats into the net, so you take it. So yeah, that goal's a bit of a meme, but I do want to point out Ben Myers. I thought he played great in this game. For a guy who's had a little bit of a down preseason to the point that people were even questioning whether he was going to make the lineup, including myself, this game easily cemented him in a roster spot. This is how you make the team. He did it. Great for him. And with the game tied late, Dallas really didn't put up that much of a fight. The Avs were just better. And again, same with the good as the bad. It's preseason. Don't read too much into that. But as per usual, when it comes down to it, Mikko Rantanen steps up. A clean reset on the breakout for the Avs as the Stars are changing. They quickly get it up away from the bench, and McKinnon is able to get up and into the zone. Pretty standard, classic stuff on how to get a quick breakout when you have possession and the other team is changing. McKinnon, with a full lane to walk in here, has every opportunity, and then chaos ensues in front. The initial save gets made, but Khudobin does not handle the puck well, and it stays loose. After a couple of initial whacks, it comes out entirely from the zone, and you'll see this is just pandemonium. Khudobin's not reset. The Stars have all 5 players way too tight into the net, trying to stop anything from happening, and great vision from Sam Girard. With the puck floating out, he recognizes Mikko has slid out into a soft spot and is entirely uncovered, very, very close to the net. And Mikko is, well, Mikko. He knows how to hit this shot. He knows how to hit that one-timer. And after a game where, honestly, he looked like he was barely even trying at times because it's the preseason, he goes and finishes it. How can the same guy make hockey look so hard and so easy in the same game? The Avs close up the preseason with a win. Based on Jared Bednar's comments, it looks like it's probably going to be Myers and Bleed that fill the open roster spots, as it's looking like Darren Helm won't be healthy in time for the season opener. Unfortunately, Martin Kaut probably going to be the odd man out there. But for a team going into the season as the defending Cup champs, it's clear they are still one of the most talented, if not the most talented teams in the NHL, even with some of the pieces they lost. Evan Rodriguez looks like he's going to be a fun addition, even if he does some crazy stuff at times. And without a doubt, the Avs defense is still the best in the league. Onward and upward to the real thing. That is the end of this game video review. Thank you for watching. Head on over to thednvr.com for all of our coverage. I am Rudo, and okay, let's actually count some wins now, huh?
Avalanche time, come on, grab your friends. We're going to the playoffs again with Nate the dog and Gabe the babe. The fun isn't over yet, it is Avalanche time.